Hello guys, I just received a message from DHL that I will have a package arriving today, and it is a package from RamAir. It's an intake kit for my Saab 93 diesel engine with a diesel engine. So I bought it basically because maybe it will give a little bit performance, but mainly just because I think it will give a lot nicer sound from the engine. And they sent it the day after I ordered it, so it was ready to be shipped and didn't really need to be produced on my order. And also the shipping time is really fast because it was sent with DHL. So I maybe looked a little bit tired. As you can see, it's actually pretty early on the day here. This is in the morning, but the reason I look really tired, I just have to mention it, is because my sleep schedule is really off. So I decided to try to stay awake for 24 hours and then get in to a better sleep schedule. But the downside to doing that today, of course, is that the DHL courier delivery man will be here, and if I fail, I will not receive the package today. So yeah, so it may be a motivation as well to actually stay awake for 24 hours. So of course I fell asleep, but I heard the sound from the doorbell, and I wake up and I quickly knew that the package was there. So that's the air filter. As you can see, RamAir. Looks pretty nice, I would say. Some new hose clamps and some supports. So this is probably the user manual. And then also got some more hose. And one more. And this is, by surprise, actually not a regular hose. It's actually made out of metal. This tube here for the intake. That is a surprise, actually. So it seems that you get something out of your money. It wasn't really cheap, but it wasn't too expensive in my mind either. First step was to remove the engine cover. The top of the airbox is removed, and the MAF sensor is here. I will just leave it there for now. And I'm starting now to take off all of the hoses. And if you're buying this kit, and of course I'm not doing this step by step, but you get this manual here, so I'm just basically doing what they tell me to do here. So it's super easy. So I believe the hardest part is over. The breathing pipe is out. This is old. This is the new metal one. And the reason is because you don't have a lot of room to work with, but it was just one screw that needed to be undone down there, and also this E-torques up here. So, but it was a little bit hard to get down there when the breather pipe was in there. So as you can see, it's a little bit of a size difference between these breather pipes, and therefore you need to install a 90-degree of those flex hoses thing that I have done here. It took me a while to do that. It's because this is just a standard hose, I believe. So I had to cut it a lot of times, as you see. You can see all of the rings there from this hose being cut. And also it's really hard to get on the turbo, so I was like trying to heaten it up with a heat gun a lot and try to just drag it out to widen the pipe. But now it looks like it's in there, so I just need to find a hose clamp. I feel the hose clamps that are supplied are just too small, so because you have to take all the way out, so I will hope that I have some hose clamps by myself now. As you can see, that hose clamp there is on the widest as possible, and because I also had to widen the pipe, of course it won't fit over the edge of the turbo, so I don't have a second car right now to go and buy another one. So I will use the one on the intake up here and try to see if that fits down there, because as you can see, these ones have a lot more to spare, so we'll maybe change them around and I can drive the car. I'm not sure if I ordered the right kit or if this model is compatible, but the overall fitting of the breather pipe is just terrible, so I'm just going to remove it and have the stock breather here. As you can see, it's supposed to be down on those clamps, but then it would just rub on all of the AC lines everywhere. So, and it also really annoys me that I didn't even give you big enough hose clamps like this, so it's a waste of time and money. So this job here took far longer than I expected, and the result is that I just installed the filter. The breather doesn't really fit because of all of the AC lines, so that's useless. This 90-degree hose was too long, and also a little bit the diameter of it was also too small, so I had to bend it and try to get it over the turbo. I don't have anything to say about that one, other than all of the hose clamps I used it in some other applications and refitting these ones, but for the other hoses they were far too small, and the same ones for the vacuum line for the intake to return there, also too small. So all of the hose clamps basically too small. This one